perfect squares. Something beautiful about a square for sure, right? We got two goals today. The first goal, we're just going to practice multiplying these out, right? I mean, remember squares have the same dimensions, so this is going to give us a perfect square trinomial. And the second goal, which is actually a bit more important, is we're going to look at all the resulting trinomials and ask ourselves what makes a perfect square. All right? So let's do this. Okay, so let's do x plus 3 squared first. Remember, that means it's x plus 3 times x plus 3. So if we're going to practice multiplying, we could do the double distribute. Otherwise known as the FOIL technique. So you take that term and you bring it over. That gives you your x squared. That term, that's going to give you 3 times 3. That's 9. Oh, both of those are perfect squares. Then you can go do, look at what the middle term is going to be. So we'll go there. We get 3x. Oh, we get the same thing, 3x. So you're going to add them all up, right? And we get x squared plus 6x plus 9. X squared plus 6x plus 9. Beautiful. And one of the things you're going to have to do is you're going to have to recognize when you see a perfect square. So that's going to be, I'm going to keep track of the answers up here. X squared plus 6x plus 9. Because in a way, it's like if you look at the number 100, you know it's a perfect square, right? You have some experience with mathematics. So today, what you got to do is you got to look at that and know it's a perfect square. Okay, a little bit more difficult, but it's interesting nonetheless. I mean, what if x was 1? 1 plus 6 plus 9 is 16, perfect square. Okay. I do want to show you the area method. So let's look at the first one. You put your dimensions and then base times height, right? So x times 3 is 3x. 3 times x is 3x. 3 times 3 is 9. And when you add them up, that's going to get you your 6x, which is right there. Let's do another one. All right. Feel free to jump ahead and get this one done with that old pause button. You know where it's at. You know where it's at. I know you know where it's at. Don't act like you don't know where that pause button is. You can pause this damn video. Come on, try it on your own. Okay. Pause. Unpause. All right, so this is actually a square, this portion, because its dimensions are 2 and 2, right? So that's 4x squared. This one down here is also a square because you have 3 and 3, so that dimension is 9. Now, in between these squares, you have these two rectangles. So 2x times 3 is 6x. And you can see there's symmetry in that. But together, if you put all these pieces together, you do actually get a literal square. And you add them up, you get 4x squared. I've been using orange, and I've been really consistent, so maybe I should do that on this one. So I've been using orange for the terms that you add up. Okay, so there you go. That's going to be your 12x, so 4x squared plus 12x plus 9. All right, I jumped down and did this one. 12x plus 9. Excellent. Now we do have the double distribute method. Let's take a look at that. You don't have to draw the box. You can, but you don't have to. In this case, you might really quickly check your 4x squared. That's cash money. Your 9 is cash money. And you probably want to just verify a middle term. And there you go. Okay? And just because I have to complete the drawing, I don't know why, I just have to. I'll tell you what, you go like that, and there you go. Okay, so 4x squared plus 12x plus 9. That's a perfect square, as you can see here. Okay, so now what I want to do is I'm going to multiply these two. All right, so what you want to do now is look at these. So basically, again, you probably should hit pause and ask yourself, what do you notice? Like, what defines a perfect square trinomial? How are you going to be able to look at one and say, that's a perfect square? Right? What I like to take away from this, from students, is you can see that the edges are both perfect squares. And you can see that the middle term is positive. And the last exercise that I actually leave to you is to try to figure out if you can make a connection between these two numbers and that number. Between these two numbers and that number. And I'm going to leave that to you as an exercise. So this is called multiplying. And when you go the other way, it's called factoring. So I left this as a little challenge for you. But what do you think is going to go in there? It might be a negative, so it could be plus a negative, right? Something plus a negative. Well, you might say, oh, I think that's going to be plus negative 6, right? Or x minus 6. And you'd be correct. Okay. Perfect square trinomials. We're going to use them a lot, so let's start knocking it out. I hope this video was helpful for you, and you take care.